Welcome to this lecture video. In this lecture video, we shall perform descriptive statistics in SPSS for both qualitative and quantitative data. So if we have our data already imputed in SPSS, of course, we could also go to view, value labels, to see the labels. We're working with same data, using them for different kind of analysis in statistics. The height measured in CMS, the gender, which could be male or female, fitness level, weight, pulse rate, and blood group. Now, if we go to variable view, you could see all the information. When you look at the value part for the categorical, that could be nominal or ordinal, you could see it clearly. Even for blood group, that is to let us understand that SPSS knows what we're doing. So, of course, in this case, we could proceed. We could see the measure for height is scale, gender is nominal, fitness is ordinal, weight is scale, pulse is scale, and blood group is also scale. Even the pulse, we could call it pulse rate. That's fine. We call it pulse rate or pulse. All right, that's fine. So let's begin with the categorical. For categorical, we will go to analyze, descriptive. Then, if it is the categorical, we could use this frequency. Alternatively, you could also go to the descriptive itself. If you move to the descriptive, this could also, let's see what this will give to us. Now, if we go to the variables we want, for instance, where you have the gender, you want to take the descriptive statistics for fitness level. You could also go to blood group. All these are categorical. And then we could proceed to say, okay, let's see what the result will be. So look at the result. We have the descriptive statistics showing the minimum, maximum, the mean, and the standard deviation. That's clear. Now we could also go further. If we have this the same, let's see if we could go to option to add the variance. The range, if we want, standard error mean, and then maybe kurtosis, skewness, if they are applicable. If they are not applicable, we could leave them. Sum also, if we want to include the sum. Let's see what will happen. And then in terms of style, what style do we want? Should it be in this way or should be in another way? That is the way we want it to look like. That's up to us, but I think this shouldn't be an issue at all. So we could leave this. The bootstrap, we don't need anything to do with this. So we don't need that at all. There's nothing to do with it, absolutely. So we'll proceed to say, okay. If you want to save standardized values as variables, you can tick this box, otherwise untick. Okay, and then you could see we added more information. That is for the gender, the fitness level, blood group, and also the valid number. So you could see all of this. Now the sample reduces to 82. One is out. In this case, that is for the fitness level. We have 82 values. We can as well go back again and add the value. When you add that value, you see what will happen. For instance, if we go to this screen for the fitness level, I think let's go to the numbers, view, and then value labels. One value is missing. Let's see if there is a missing value. Yes, there is a missing value here. So assuming this value is, let's say, 3, and then let's see what will happen. So in this case, as we impute 3 there, We go back again and view, you will see that there will be no missing value. Everywhere is filled now. So for instance, where you omitted a value and you are very sure of that value, you could bring it back again. And if we go back to our analysis, this has been done already, but let's assume now we go back again, or we get this off absolutely. And if we go back to what we've done, analyze, descriptive, and then this descriptive, we have everything as usual. Okay, so you could see all 83. The fitness level is also 83. So the list wise will no longer be 82 as before. So we got 83 for each of the variables. The number of observations is 83. And you could see we have the range statistic, the minimum statistic, maximum statistic, the sum statistic. We also have the mean statistic, standard error, standard deviation, variance, the skewness, and the kurtosis. So we have all these part of the descriptive statistics for the data. Now, we also have another option where we could go to descriptive, then we'll go to frequency. If you want to deal with frequency distribution, for frequency, we could use this frequency for categorical data also, maybe for the gender, also for the fitness level, and for the blood group. Okay. Now we could go to statistics if there is any statistics we want from this, like quartile, median, mode, sum, if they are relevant. But if they are not relevant, then there's no point. Remember, we're dealing with categorical, not quantitative. So we might leave all of these, or we tick them. If we want them, you could tick. If you don't want them, we'll leave them. For the chart, do we need any chart at all? If we're happy with the chart, maybe bar chart, any of them. If we're not happy with it, we say none, we don't need them at all. Then we continue. Okay, then let's see the results. So you could see the frequency distribution, including their percentage distribution for each of the categorical variable. So these are descriptive statistics. We'll get this off. Now, let's go for the quantitative. For instance, height. So we'll go to analyze, descriptive, and then we take explore. We could also take this the same descriptive if we want. We could go to this explore if we want also. So from this explore, you go to statistics. Now look at the variable height. This is the variable we want. And then we go to statistics. And then you look at descriptive. This is the result you will have. Will it give you all the values you want, M estimators, outliers, percentiles? If you want all of these, that's also fine. And then you see what should be the result. Alternatively, okay, let's see first at this point before we go for an alternative. If you're happy with the descriptive alone, then you just proceed and see what should be. Say continue, then what should be the result. So you can see the result. This is descriptive statistics. Then it also includes stem and leaf plot for the data. Stem and leaf plot. And also a box plot because I included plots. But if I need all the statistics, this is what I would do. Analyze, descriptive statistics, explore, that is from descriptive statistics, you go to the drop-down menu. From this drop-down menu, take explore. And then of course, instead of both, I need only statistics, not plots. Okay, so you see that the plot will be excluded in this case. You could see no stem and leaf plot. This is the result we just have, explore. and it gives us this. So this is the descriptive statistics of the data, particularly for the variable height. We could do the same descriptive statistics for weight. So descriptive statistics. So from the descriptive statistics, we go to explore. And the variable we want this time around is the weight. And of course, we need the descriptive statistics. Continue. We need just the statistics. And of course, it gives us the descriptive statistics for the weight, including the 95% confidence interval for the mean, that is the lower bound, and the upper bound in case of confidence interval. But of course, we are not looking at the construction of the confidence interval. We are particular about the descriptive statistics for a given variable, whether quantitative or qualitative. What if we also go by the option of this, analyze, descriptive, and then you take this descriptive? If you are taking this, of course, this is the way to go. So we'll get this off. We'll get this off. Get this off. So we now take, for instance, the height, and then also the weight, if we need for these two. And then the option, you could see all of these already ticked because we are dealing with quantitative variable, not qualitative. So they are ticked already by default, including the kurtosis and the skewness. The standard deviation, the variance, the range, minimum, maximum, and standard error mean. So we proceed, continue. And then what next? Okay. And of course, you could see also the descriptive statistics in this form for the quantitative data. All right, what about if we want to do with cross-tab, cross-tabulation? Let's also deal with cross-tabulation. For the cross-tab, now we go to analyze. From analyze descriptive statistics, then we could go to cross-tabs, cross-tabulation. So in this cross-tab, we have rows and columns. So which of the variables should be at the row? Which of the variables should be at the column? I'll provide interpretation to this. And then also, if I will include here, I could also talk about cross-tab. So cross-tabulation. So cross-tabulation is also very important, especially when we proceed to chi-square test, where we need to test for association. Cross-tabulation is very important to work out the cells where we could have the expected values and also the observed values. So the observed values will be given, and we use those observed values to compute the corresponding expected values. And then we could go ahead to test for a chi-square to see whether there is association between the rows and the column, or whether there is no association between rows and columns. All right, it's useful, but in this case, we just want to see how we could obtain it. That is a cross-tab. So to do a cross-tab, let's assume for height, we have the row as the quantitative variable, and then maybe column for the categorical. Let's see what will happen. And then here, we could look at what we want to do. We have asymptotic only, Monte Carlo, confidence level, exact, and so on. You could also go to statistics if you really want to include options. Maybe you want to run correlations or chi-square test, can as well do that. But I think that's not what we want for now. And then we say, okay. then see what the result will be. So you could see now, in this case, we have the height at the row and then the fitness level at the column. What if we interchange? Then what will happen? You could also look at, we could also do categorical to categorical, but in this case is categorical and non-categorical. We have categorical. How many are unfit? How many are moderately fit and also very fit? And then you consider the total. So the row totals, you have all of this in this case. Now let's get this on and take categorical to categorical. This quantitative, one quantitative and one categorical. Now we want to do categorical to categorical. So we go to analyze, click on analyze. Then we move to descriptive statistics. From descriptive, you go to cross tab. Then what do we want? Rather than this, we want the blood group, for instance. So we want to double check blood group and the fitness level together. And then you can see the cross tab. So we have the fitness level at the column part and then the blood group at the row part. So you can see all of this using cross tabulation. You could also do it in a different way rather than in the way we have. You could also go further to include maybe if you need statistics, you could also do that. If you need cells, for instance, observed values, expected value. If we're happy with this, say okay. And let's assume instead of the fitness level, maybe this time around, a gender, we'll bring in the gender at the column. Then the row part is blood group. And then we can see the result. So we could see the gender, male, female, and then the blood group, A, B, and O. So we could use cross tabulation to represent categorical to categorical variable. When you have one categorical and another categorical variable, or in other words, two categorical variables can be represented using the cross tabulation. So this is the cross tab where we have the blood group associating with gender. Then of course we can test for statistical significance if the blood group truly associate with gender or if it does not. That will take us to chi-square statistical test. Well, thank you so much for your attention and thanks for watching this video about the descriptive statistics. The chi-square test will be in another video. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're happy, you can as well leave a message or a comment after watching the video. And of course, you can as well like. If you are happy, you could like it. And that will encourage me to do more. Thank you so much for your attention. And thanks once again for watching.